I recently saw a video that was marked as an easy toddler breakfast idea, and then they started grating an apple. And I was like, you and I have different definitions of easy. Like, no shade to that lady. If that is easy in her book, I really want to know what's considered hard. Don't think I would follow any recipe of hers that's not marked as easy in that case. But the ideas in this video are actually quite easy with minimal mess, minimal prep, minimal time to put them together. If you are a super crunchy mom, they may not be for you. There are some pre-made things in here, but honestly, not really bad. I mean, there are good chicken nuggets in the world. Pasta sauce is included in here, but I buy a no sugar added, really healthy, simple ingredients tomato sauce. Could I make my own? Yes. Will I ever do that? Probably not. It's one of those things where balancing time and spending a little extra money, I choose saving time on that one, all right? Which is one of my principles that helps me get dinner on the table 7 nights a week, most weeks of the year. That's what I talk about in other videos. I'll link down below to the one where I share my 5 principles to help me get dinner on the table, and balancing those things, balancing homemade versus spending a little bit more on not homemade is a main theme, right? So getting that out of the way. Some of these, you know, if you follow a very strict healthy diet, they may not be for you, but I think a lot of these will be crowd pleasing. Also, if you have super picky eaters, some of these might not be for you either. However, there's over 20 ideas in this video. So chances are you'll find at least 5, maybe that you haven't thought of or that your kids would be up for, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so starting with the obvious, it may not be so obvious. So I'm gonna say some potentially obvious ones, but sometimes I feel like I do this myself. Like, I'll realize something and I'm like, well, why did I not ever think of that before? Why did no one ever point that out to me or say that to me or whatever? So I'm gonna go ahead and say these, even though they may be the obvious ones, all right? So, and I've got a list I'm gonna be referencing frequently throughout this video because I don't have these memorized. I'm a busy working mom of a toddler. I made a list of food ideas for her so I could reference it myself. Like, this is not just automatically saved in my brain, okay? It is a simple thing, remembering foods I can feed her, but also not that simple, right? Again, with the obvious not being so obvious sometimes. So, like I said, pasta and jarred sauce, the sauce that I was mentioning. So we buy organic tomato basil pasta sauce or marinara from Aldi, and it's pretty cheap. And like I said, it has very minimal ingredients. It's like tomatoes and seasoning, no added sugar. And again, could I make that? Yeah. Am I going to? No. Aldi also has like protein pastas, plant-based pastas, all sorts of choices. Boiling some pasta and throwing some jarred sauce on it is a super easy meal. Again, if your kid's super picky and doesn't eat tomatoes, may not be for you. You could throw basically anything else on pasta, some plant-based pastas, and that's an easy meal. Also, scrambled eggs. Again, your mileage may vary. Your kiddo may be super picky about eggs, or you might be like, duh, I can feed my kids scrambled eggs. This is the obvious part, right? Pasta and jarred sauce, scrambled eggs, fruit and yogurt, grilled cheese, peanut butter toast, cottage cheese, and fruit. So along the lines of the fruit and yogurt idea, I saw an idea, again, somewhere on the internet for like a peanut butter dip, which again, if you're peanut free, I should just stop making these caveats. You know by now, like, please don't come at me in the comments if something doesn't fit your family and your lifestyle. Okay, that's your family and your lifestyle, all right? I feel like I should not have to make all these disclaimers, but it's the internet and it's like the Wild West out there. People will come at you for minimal reasons. So peanut butter dip, I use it for apples and it's really good. It's peanut butter. And again, I buy low sugar, no sugar added peanut butter at Aldi. The ingredients are literally peanuts and salt. Probably would never make that myself either. Is that a thing you can do? How do you get the peanuts that consistency? I have no idea. We buy that, but it's peanut butter, Greek yogurt, and honey. And it gives it this like fluffy texture and it's really good. And it's so simple. You just stir it in a bowl, chop up your apples, dip it on it, and it's really good protein. So that is a good snack for my daughter that I also partake in. And then she likes hummus, and we'll do hummus crackers, we'll do hummus toast. She isn't at the stage where she can like chomp on carrots yet. Actually, she probably could, but she probably wouldn't like it. Maybe we'll try that soon. I'll get some carrot chips or chop up carrots myself, depending on how I'm feeling that week. But veggies and hummus, hummus on crackers, hummus on toast. That can actually be a pretty yummy toast topping. And peanut butter crackers. Again, obvious but not so obvious. Put some peanut butter on your crackers. If your kid is a bigger fan of crackers versus bread, throw the peanut butter onto crackers. Or that peanut butter dip, that would be really good on crackers too. That would actually be really good on graham crackers. And now I want that. I'm gonna have to give that a try. Again, graham crackers, you can buy the healthy versions or you can just buy the sugar-laden ones, all right? Avocado toast, the expensive breakfast brunch item that you can make at home for like pennies on the dollar, all right? Avocado toast is a really simple and healthy meal. It can be a complete meal for a kiddo, or throw some scrambled eggs in there too, or bribe them with one of those sugary mini donuts, right, to go with it. So we make avocado toast with sourdough, and then I put goat cheese on the bread, and then just mash up the avocado, smear it over the goat cheese, and then sprinkle a little everything bagel seasoning on top. So good. Chef's kiss. It is so delicious. And my daughter will eat that. You know, she doesn't know goat cheese is a weird cheese. She just knows avocado toast is tasty. Along the lines of veggies, even though I know avocado is technically a fruit, I count it as a veggie in my book. She loves these veggie fries. I'll throw some pictures in here. These veggie fries, I believe they're Green Giant. I don't have them handy. I'm not going to take them out of the fridge. Freezer, whatever they're called. But they're zucchini fries, and they are so good. Like, I like them, and she will devour them. Again, these are store-bought, pre-made. You may choose not to give that to your child, and that's fine. But this is a really easy option. You can dip these in the marinara sauce for some extra veggies. There is cheese in them. That's why they're delicious. But she will go to town on some veggie fries and some dino nuggets. And it's super easy. Sweet potato fries along that same line. Sweet potato fries are just a straight vegetable. Again, I could probably make them myself. I'm not going to choose to do that, probably ever. And we like, and my daughter even likes honey mustard with sweet potato fries. Cracker sandwiches. So yeah, a sandwich on a cracker. You melt a little cheese, put a little turkey, some ham, whatever lunch meat your kiddo likes on there, and that's really easy. Again, if they don't like bread, if they're not a big fan of bread, but they're a big fan of crackers, which all kids seem to be. My daughter loves bread in every form. She has come over and like stolen like a loaf of bread, not a loaf of bread, like rolls off the counter, and just been like eating it, walking around the house. So she likes crackers and bread, luckily. So we've got a little extra options. Oh, and then rice pouches. Girlfriend loves rice. She is obsessed with rice. I'll be making food and she's like, rice? I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not making rice tonight. I'm sorry. But you can buy little cups of like minute rice. You can throw some rice in a rice cooker. It'll be done pretty easy. I'm pretty sure a small amount for a kiddo would be a little ridiculous to make in a rice cooker, but there are also like microwavable pouches of rice, which again, don't come at me about the microwave. If you choose not to microwave your children's food, okay. But my daughter likes, Aldi has these 7-grain pouches, which have like quinoa, couscous, regular rice, maybe even, I think barley is in there, and she really likes them. She will eat it plain. But if you want to add a little flavor, do some like cheesy broccoli rice. You could throw some pesto in there. You can mix it with the marinara sauce again in lieu of pasta. Lots of options to flavor it up. Or if your kiddo's like mine, just throw some plain rice at them. So this one may be very specific to my child, but she likes sausage a lot. So I have started buying a link of turkey sausage, chopping it up, having the circles, cutting the circles in half for safety, and then freezing them, and then you just heat them up in the microwave. You could put them on the stove also, but she will devour those. And it's turkey sausage, so it's a little healthier, and it's so easy. Like, it doesn't even take that long to prep. I just chop them up, throw them in a freezer bag, and it's a really easy protein for her. Another one of her favorites that she has liked like since she started eating real food, like table food, whatever, you know what I mean, is quiche. I'll make mini quiches in a muffin tin, throw those in the freezer, have them for my busy mornings when I go into work a little extra early a couple of days a week. I'll eat those for breakfast, and she will too, and I put spinach in them. There's like spinach, onion, cheese, egg, and she does also really like them when I make like a crust at the bottom of tater tots or hash browns or whatever. Tater tots are easier. By the way, you like heat them a little bit, and then you smash them in the bottom, and then you pour the quiche mixture over it. It's really good, and it's really easy. And definitely like the oil and grease from the tater tots gives a really good flavor to the mini quiche, but I've also done it without that, and they're just as good. But to make it maybe a little bit more appealing to your child, you might want to try that trick. Smoothies. Are there any kids out there that don't like smoothies? Probably not. And we do green smoothies, and if you throw it into a non-opaque cup, opaque? Which one means not clear? If it's in a not clear cup, they're not going to know that it's a funny color, right? Or just put a little bit of greens in there, and you can easily sneak some veggies into their smoothies. I have found that kale is a stronger flavor than spinach, so you may be able to mix spinach in there easier than kale. Another one of my daughter's favorites that starts with a bread base is naan pizzas. So we buy mini naan from Aldi, which is the best price is at Aldi. Watch my last video for my price comparison between Walmart and Aldi primarily. I also threw a little bit of Kroger in there, but Kroger was by and far the loser. So mini naan is a lot cheaper at Aldi than Walmart, and we get the garlic one. It's really good. And again, throw that marinara sauce on there, top it with some mozzarella cheese, call it pizza, and give it to the toddler who will devour it. And also, we'll often eat that for lunch or a really easy dinner. It's a really easy backup dinner to have too. Quesadillas. Again, if you've got a bread lover like me, quesadillas are going to be a really easy meal. You can make them, and you can also make one for yourself while you're at it. It can be just a straight cheese quesadilla. Throw some guacamole in there. If they'll eat like a mild salsa, that counts as veggies in my book. You could sneak in some corn, some black beans, whatever. Quesadillas can have basically any filling you want. Just throw some cheese on there, right? And hopefully disguise anything your kiddo doesn't like. Honestly, even like mixed veggies, like a frozen package of mixed veggies with cheese, like the kid's not gonna know that's not a normal quesadilla. And again, really easy to make. I'll make myself like a buffalo chicken quesadilla and then just like a cheese quesadilla for my daughter. Really good. Another one of my favorite frozen items to give her is frozen meatballs. And again, back to the marinara, which is one of my easiest like shortcut veggies to give my daughter. I count that marinara sauce as a veggie in my book. A serving of tomato sauce is a vegetable, right? Like it's a tomato. So throwing that on some frozen meatballs, even if you don't include pasta, if you don't feel like boiling pasta, you don't have time, your kid's like a hangry wolf down there at your feet, just throw some frozen meatballs in the microwave, toss some marinara sauce on top, give them a fork so they don't end up wearing as much. They're probably still gonna end up wearing some. So don't do this right before leaving the house. But you could also do rice, you could also do pasta, obviously. You could even throw it on bread, make them like a little meatball sub, anything like that. But frozen meatballs come in clutch. You could also put barbecue sauce on them. Barbecue sauce can have a lot of sugar, so just be aware of that. It also has like red dyes and things if you're concerned about that. Be particular about the barbecue sauce, but ketchup, even like ranch could be good on frozen meatballs, whatever your kiddo likes. And then along the lines of pasta and meatballs and marinara sauce, frozen ravioli and tortellini, that is really quick too. I think you can even microwave it. It'd probably be better if you microwaved in the sauce, but boiling that only takes a few minutes. You can size it to however much you need to make for your kids. Again, that can be a really easy meal for you as well. Don't let yourself go hungry making a special meal for the kids. Boil up some tortellini, throw some pesto on it, throw some pasta sauce on it, throw just cheese, Parmesan, whatever. And I do believe, so you can get it with cheese, you can get it with meat, right? And I think there may even be some out there that are filled with veggies. I know there's like spinach and a lot of them, but I do think I've seen other veggies hidden in ravioli and tortellini. So again, hidden veggies I know are the best friends of many parents. Again, this one may be specific to my daughter, but girlfriend loves frozen wontons. Like the Chinese food, you know, like it's filled with like pork and veggies and stuff, loves them. They're like strong smelling like cabbage, she loves them. This definitely would be best for non-picky eaters, but yeah. Frozen wontons, you just throw them, boil them, you can put them into a soup, and you can use some like chicken broth, beef broth, bone broth, whatever you have, make a soup out of it, or just give them the wonton straight. And again, this is an easy meal for you as well, if your kiddo will eat this, if they're weird like mine and eat this kind of unique and different food. But yeah, frozen wontons, who would have thought? And the last one that I like to do that is maybe one people haven't thought of, I know a lot of parents don't want to give their kids PB&J because jelly has a lot of sugar, so I just mash up frozen fruit and spread it on the sandwich in lieu of jelly. So frozen fruit, I feel like mashes better and gets like sweeter, like it's juicier. Whereas if you chop up frozen fruit, it's still like pretty solid, right? So you get more of like the jelly-ish consistency that mixes with the peanut butter, which if your kids never had a real PB&J, it may not matter as much, but I feel like it cuts through the like heaviness of the peanut butter. Do you know what I'm saying? So I have found that like that just seems more appetizing to me, so I figure it's more appetizing to her. But frozen fruit is also a really good one. Oh, I don't think I said this one. Oh, I did, fruit and yogurt. But frozen fruit, I almost said veggies, frozen fruit smashed up and mixed with plain Greek yogurt is an easy, low sugar, flavored yogurt. For you or your kid, if you're trying to cut back on sugar, that's an easy way to do it. I add a little bit of honey to mine too, and maybe like some vanilla, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, frozen fruit mixes and flavors things better than fresh, and then you also don't have to worry about it spoiling. I feel like I was talking super fast through this video and might have gone through some of those really fast. So leave me a comment if you need any clarification about anything. I am going to also post a blog post on my website with all of these written out. It may or may not be ready by the time I post this video this week. We'll see, but soon you will be able to grab that as well. So save this video and come back to it, save it and come back to it. in lieu of the blog post, or so you can see the blog post also. But yeah, I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if there's any other like recipe roundups you'd like to see. I'm planning on doing some of my like minimal cooking. I call them semi-homemade meals, where you use a shortcut ingredient like frozen meatballs. Just blanked on the word. Like frozen meatballs, something like that. Those shortcut ingredients to help you get dinner on the table faster and easier on even the craziest weeknights. But I can also do many other recipe roundups, dinner ideas, snack ideas, whatever. That is one of my favorite things to think about. I'm a total foodie, and we've all seen the things where it's like, oh my gosh, no one told me I was going to have to decide on food for my family 3 times a day for the rest of my life. Or however they phrase it, you know what I'm talking about. I enjoy that part of things. So I want to help you by providing some ideas for you, doing some of the thinking. While I'm on that topic, I do offer a workbook, a free workbook called the What's for Dinner Mom Answer. And when you sign up for that, you also get a free 1-week meal plan. I'll put the link for that in the description as well. Be sure to watch 2 videos ago, 3 minutes, something like that, 3-ish videos ago, I shared a roundup of my favorite backup dinners, emergency meals for nights when you are like, I'm just not cooking, but you also don't want to spend money on takeout. All right, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to see all my upcoming videos helping you save time, money, and sanity when it comes to feeding your family.